It's hard to believe, but you're one of the veterans on the defensive side of the ball. Can you just talk a little bit about some of the things that have happened this fall camp?
We out there working hard. All the guys out there working, grinding, and it should be a good season this year.
What comparisons can you make from the spring to now that you have seen the linebackers group got much better at?
The linebackers, I didn't play in the spring, so I was helping those guys learn the playbook, learn the run gaps and fits, and now it's coming along real good, and the linebackers should be good this year.
As you said, you weren't really able to participate much in the spring. How do you feel with the conditioning you've had over the summer to get back in shape for this fall?
Steve real good at what he's doing in the PT. Shout out to Steve and all the training room. Those guys helped me out a lot and got me back right, and I feel good now.
What's some stuff in particular that the linebackers are doing in fall camp to improve on?
Say it again?
What's one thing the linebackers are doing to improve on during fall camp?
Work, just the little stuff. Get good at the little stuff, and just keep grinding. It's just a grind. You gotta love it.
How much focus has Coach Roc been when it came to developing your guys' skill sets at the linebacker spot?
Roc, a good coach. He real hard on us. He expects a lot from us, and he's a good guy. On and off the field, he helps us with whatever we want, and he's a good guy and a good coach.
How do you feel about the competition at that spot?
Competition, I always wanted competition. I love competition. I love to compete. It just makes me just go harder, and all the other guys that hold into a standard that we have, and stuff like that.
Good. About the competition this fall, and how's the defensive back room come along?
I feel like competition is there. We all know we gotta come out there and compete every day, whether it's with each other or with the receivers. We all trying to go out there and make plays. So when one person go down, the next person come out, he can be able to do the same thing that the next person just did when he came out. So we all trying to hold each other to a certain standard that everybody on the same page.
You have one season under your belt as an Owl. Coming into this year as your second with FAU, what are some new things that you have seen throughout this year and heading into fall camp that you really liked?
The standard, like my coach, he know the ability I have. He push me hard because he know what I have in me. So he gonna push me hard and go hard every day. So I just gotta come out there and work hard. Whether I mess up, make a play, go back to the next play and go hard again. Every single time, just keep going hard.
What are you trying to improve on in fall camp?
I just want to go hard every day. That's the only thing. Just go hard every single day. And even when I get tired, just try to push through and go hard, and everything else gonna play out.
How do you feel about the competition at your group at defensive back?
Competition. Everybody want to play. Everybody want to learn what they got to do. So everybody just competing every day. I'm gonna hold each other. I'm gonna hold them to a certain standard. I'm gonna teach them, to the young guys, to the older guys who've been here already. I'm gonna teach them. They're gonna teach me things I don't know. We all want to be on the same page. So the competition is there. We just want to compete every day and just go work hard.
What kind of statement are you and the rest of the defensive backs looking to make this season?
Statement. We just want to prove to everybody that we can do it. We just want to prove that we can go out there and make plays consistently, and everybody make plays. Whoever, from the ones to the fours, everybody can come out there and make plays. We just want to prove that we can go out there and play that corner position.
Good. JJ, you want to just open up a little bit about what you guys want to get accomplished before you put pads on, and are you making progress towards that goal?
Yeah. Every day we have install every day. We're putting our basic schemes in every day. So you want to keep making strides forward as you head towards full pads and the first scrimmage, so that we can evaluate what we're doing schematically, what they can do positively schematically, what they may not be good at schematically, so that when we're full speed and full pads that we can really see what we have in. I think the progress we've made from the end of spring ball to now is night and day. I think we're a lot better now than we were in the spring, both in terms of the people we brought in here to replace some people, and the guys that are coming back and the work that they put in this summer. So we've definitely taken strides forward and very excited about what's to come here in the future.
What are some, speaking of the improvements made from the spring to now, what are some main differences you see between the two periods?
Well, I think our guys understand the standard of the level of preparation and the how hard they really have to go on every play to have a chance to be successful. I think they understand the standard a little bit better. I think they understand our schemes a little bit better. And because we've got some transfers in here, I think the competition has raised everyone's level to have to go harder, to have to prepare more, because the best players are going to play and they understand that now. So that part of it's been great.
And, speaking, you referred to the additions made over the summer, especially with Desmond Tisdale from Auburn. How has he adjusted to life at FAU, and how were you able to gain connection with him, considering that you also were at Auburn?
Yeah, the connection part's been easy because I was around him for 2 years, but he's him and all the other new guys have really done a nice job of trying to fit in and get to the level of expectation of what we want here. It wasn't the same at Albany, Auburn, Georgia Tech, and those other places, and those guys are starting to understand now what they need to do. The heat is real too here. Even at a place like Auburn, it's a lot warmer down here. So in Illinois State for Judicolo, it's in the ambush at Albany, they're getting acclimated to the heat and how much the body takes a toll during preseason camp. So those guys are fitting in really well. They're doing a good job. They've definitely brought some energy and execution at their position. So we're definitely heading in the right direction.
Back in the spring, Coach Herman did talk about how the linebacker spot needed a lot of attention to. How do you feel about the strength at that position now?
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody knows, at least anybody you ask or you read about, the linebackers are the big question mark on defense. That's what everybody says anyway. We as our group, we want to show that we're not, that we can get it done and that we can be positive additions to this defense. And I think our guys are they're really staying focused right now and not only competing with each other, but pushing each other. It's not a me against you, it's me with you and trying to get everybody's level higher because it's a long year. We're going to need every one of them. And I like the direction that we're going. I think we have a chance to surprise some people in that room.
What are some areas that you're having the defense focus on a lot throughout fall camp?
Well, I mean, it's everything every day. I mean, there's a different situation every day. Like we sprinkled in third downs yesterday and today, so we're focused on what does that mean? What does it change? And then our basic install every day changes because it was a third down day, so we put in some third down calls. So, but it's like a cumulative exam in college. It doesn't just, first day you put things in, you don't get an open book final just on the last part of your class. It's cumulative from day one. So the things we put in on day one that we ran today on day 4, we still expect them to know it and execute it at a high level. So even though our focus of what the install is that day and the situations are that day, we still want to get better at the little things in all of our basic coverages as well.
And speaking of execution, you had the linebackers test out drill where they ran to particular spots, like to keep track of routes that the opposing receivers would take. How important is having that attention to detail when on defense?
Attention to detail is everything. I think in the past, I think our defensive guys have gone out there to make plays, and run around and make plays. That's not how it works. It has to be 11 guys working together, all being in the right spot, and then making the play you're supposed to make. And our guys are starting to figure that out. It took a while in spring ball. I think they have a better understanding of it now. There's still occasionally, it's still in the back of their head to go try to do somebody else's job. So you have to be on the same page. You have to be in the right spot, covering the right man, fitting the right gap. And if everybody does their job right and we have good enough players to tackle a guy, we should be really good on defense. If 10 guys are right, 1 guy's wrong, it's going to be an explosive play. It's not rocket science, right? So all those little attention to detail things really, really matter.